When folks try to tell me that children are not discriminated against in American society, I point to the frequency of comments like this one as one example of how children are a marginalized and oppressed class. But I want to talk for a second about what drives this mentality. I mean, yes, kids in America are denied the full list of UN human rights. Kids were considered property of their parents until 1989. Kids lack representation. It's legal to strike children in the US. There's a huge list of ways that kids are legally marginalized. But there are many ways socially as well. That systemic discrimination against kids is called childism, holding hatred and bias against children because of their developmental capabilities or lack thereof. Childism is a form of ableism, but it's unique because it discriminates against people not only based on their cognitive and physical lack of ability, but also based on their age. And it's very popular in certain circles to outwardly proclaim your childism, your discrimination, your bigotry against kids. And I think it's really important to remember that people who hate kids often have hatred against their own inner child. We were all children. Hatred of kids is often a form of self-loathing. We were treated as subhuman as children. We were discriminated against. We felt powerless. Many of us were hit and humiliated, and we internalize all of that. And a lot of our intolerance of normal childlike behavior has very much to do with the fact that folks were intolerant of us when we were kids. And instead of breaking the cycle and learning to treat children like human beings, we perpetuate it. We say things like, children are awful, never met a single child I liked or could even stand, regardless of disability or whatever the fuck. They're loud, they're annoying, no sense of boundaries, no hygiene. Would you say these things about an adult with disabilities? And I think it's really important to remember how much of the behavior we see of kids in public is often the behavior of kids with disabilities. Kids are at the intersection of every other marginalization in society, and they get a double dose of discrimination as a result. I think a lot of people could overcome their childism if they learn to heal their own inner child, to extend themselves the love and compassion they were denied in childhood, to break the cycle.